And let me actually transition to the correct screen. And hello, everyone. We are starting a little bit earlier, and let me make sure that this is muted. There we go. You don't need to have that echo. We're starting a little bit earlier than normal today because we left off in our story where everything's perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. You know, nothing bad is happening at all, except for 3 of the party members are about to die. And we have Suzanne, the self-professed strongest member of the party, getting mentally dominated and dragged into the sentient sword. For who knows what's going on. So let's let me get a little nicotine in first. So when we last left off, we had Suzanne, Elkson, and Hay is the name of the character they play in my other game, Gavry. Try to sneak into this noble's house. This noble seemed to just epitomize the elven culture and seemed to revere it in not at all a creepy way. And as they used subterfuge and used a little sneakiness, a little bit of magic to sneak their way in, they completely ignored the noble who had a key, who locked the door, and who had control of, you know, some of the magical traps in here. And they went down into the cellar. In the cellar, they found an automaton made of stone, wood, metal. Upon them entering, the automaton shut their exit and immediately began to attack. Suzanne danced her way into this adjoining room where she found bits of clothing, some portraits, some books, and a large stone sarcophagus. However, it was much smaller and thinner than it would be if it had a body in it. Forcing their way in, she saw a sword broken. Upon closer inspection, though, the sword was not broken. It has a flexibility to it. The metal blades are still attached by an unknown material, and as she lifted up, it all snapped into place, forming into a scimitar. Seeing the dire straits of her friends, one bleeding on the ground after getting pounded again and again, her lifeblood pouring out. Another one on their last leg, even though they have 4 legs, but hey, they're on their last leg. Suzanne, the feeling of despair is definitely weighing in on you as you hear a voice. And the voice almost is musical in their tone. So not everything is lost. As you see the scene before you shift and almost bleed away, and you're standing in an open field. Before you is an elven man, long brown hair, wearing just a simple linen shirt, simple breeches, nothing ostentatious about him, no extravagant jewelry, having that same sword that you have in your hand in his. Curious. You dance to her song too.
I dance to my own song, truth be told.
But you wield her art. It's her song. We just get to dance to it.
And just pray tell, is this her that we're discussing?
Oh, the mistress of magic, of course. But what's surprising is that you, a gnome, how did you learn of the dance?
do believe when I tell you that I'm not your average gnome.
That's a shame.
A shame, you say.
In my day, only certain people were allowed to learn to dance. I wasn't allowed. But my talents solved that issue. They had no choice. But
Well then,
other non-elven folk were definitely not allowed to learn. How much time has passed? As he looks off.
well, considering I have no clue who you even are, I have no idea how much time has passed.
Well, allow me to introduce myself as he goes down into a very elegant and dexterous bow. My name is Raylan Mistelantalas. And please know that I take no... what is the word? I am not being facetious in any way when I state that I am master of the song. As he leaps towards you, sword already extended in his hand. You see, he starts to come down with his blade. Looks like just an overarching strike. And what are you doing?
I'm gonna deflect it with my blade.
All right.
And as I kind of deflect to the side, I'm gonna take a quick moment to activate Mage Armor.
Alrighty, go and roll d20 for me. Let's see how you do.
1 second. Any modifiers to it?
You may add your dexterity and your proficiency.
Okay. 16.
Nice. You deflect it, and as you start to cast your spell, you see he kicks up some dirt right into your face, distracting you. Just a dance. Expertly done. Now you.
So I'm gonna kind of take a moment to wipe dirt from my face.
In fact, he'll do this. As you start to take a moment, prestidigitation, you are clean.
Huh. Well. Rollin, you said it was?
Raylan.
Raylan, sorry. I'm sure it's a detail I'll take the time to memorize in a short while. But it would appear you and I have something in common.
And that would...
Well, you see, they tried to tell me that I was not worthy of any kind of magic, but I showed them, like I'll show you, and I go ahead and I swing, and I don't know if I have the ability to make it whip like that.
Not yet, no.
Okay, so then I'm just going to take a swing at him.
Okay, roll.
Is this an attack?
Yes, it is.
Okay, perfect. So that'll be a 22.
22. You see, he is just standing there, and as your sword goes in, he takes 1 half step back, and it just goes, I'm talking not even a centimeter away from his nose. Well struck. But I think you can do better than that. As you see, he flips over you, and he takes a swipe while he's upside down above you, complete Top Gun style, and is taking a swipe down at you.
Am I able to try to deflect it again?
You are. He is actually being very obvious in his motions.
Gotcha.
It seems like he's testing you.
Okay. So I am going to deflect it. So I roll another d20.
D20 plus dex and proficiency.
Okay. 16 plus 7. That's 23, I believe.
Nice. You definitely it comes close. It comes very close, but you are able to, with a flick of your wrist, turn it almost do a nice little circular motion with the blades to make it go wide and just around your head. Almost the blade is circling your head. He lands on just the tiptoes of his right foot. As you see him start to twirl around and his left heel is coming crashing down on you.
Gotcha. So I would like to hold my blade up so that his foot kind of lands on the crest of it. Mm-hmm. Not trying to cut him or anything, just to deflect it.
On the flat of the blade?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I want to kind of shift it so that it knocks him off balance, and then use a counter swing to try to catch him going in the opposite direction.
Nice. Go ahead and do another parry roll. And then after that, we're going to do an acrobatics check versus his acrobatics.
Got it. So that is not great. That was a 9.
That was a 9. Okay. You see that you're unable to block his blow. However, you can still do an acrobatics roll against him to try to roll under the kick and come up the other side.
Got it. Let's give it a go. It was an 18 and it rolled to a 5. That is a 12.
12. You see you get knocked on the side, but you notice that his heel would have hit you right in the cheekbone, but he pulls it a little bit. He bends his knee, so it just grazes. No damage.
Gotcha. All right, so
the blade is not your only weapon.
So I don't know how to respond to that. So I'm going to here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to lunge forward with the blade. Mm-hmm. But this is kind of like a feint. Like I don't intend to hit him with it. I just want him to try to block it. Okay. And when he does, I want to try to almost slide a hand at my dagger and see if I could kind of like get him in the ribcage.
You want to aria him.
Basically, yeah.
Okay. So I want you to roll a deception check to see how well you can feign, since you don't have the feint Battlemaster technique.
This deception's not my strong suit. That's a 9.
Okay. Well, I'm still gonna roll. Let's see. Okay. I gotta pull him up. I did actually create a character sheet for him. Where is he? Raylan. Let's do his insight. Oh, he's actually proficient in that. And what'd you get?
A 9.
I got an 8 because I rolled a 2.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so I will give you advantage on this next strike. Go and roll with your dagger.
Okay.
He is going to get disadvantage on attempting to do an acrobatics to twirl out of it.
Thank God for advantage. That is a nat 20.
Nice.
Or a total of 27.
You see the dagger comes up. Are you trying to strike all the way through, or?
I imagine I'm a little bit kind of cocky with this, so I want it to be more that like I'm proving to him I can get you if I want to. I don't think I intend to actually harm him unless he gives me no choice.
All right, and he is going to... I need you to roll an insight for me as well.
That's an 8.
That's a 20. As your dagger comes in, he looks down. That's very nice. But you should look up. As you see, his blade is on the back of your neck.
Goodness gracious. Okay, so I kind of side-eyed it for just a second, and I kind of smirked to myself. And I want to see if I could do an acrobatics or an athletics, your choice. But I want to see if I could drop the dagger and kind of do like a twist of the arm and see if I could like tumble him over.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be a that's a grapple. So we're going to do Acrobatics.
Acrobatics? Okay.
Wow. Okay, the dice are with you guys. Because I rolled another 2. No, it's a opposed acrobatics check.
Okay, so I roll one and...
Yes, and I rolled a 2 again. So
I rolled a 1, but I have a +7, so I got an 8.
Did you roll a natural 1?
Yes, I did.
Natural 1's always a failure.
Okay.
So, you attempt to do the roll, and he rolls with you, and you both get separated in it and pop up. I think you'll do. Don't let the blue bloods and the bastards hinder you. Her art is for everyone. The dance is for everyone. Except for those who would make victims of others. I'll keep my eye on you. But...
I kind of... Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was going to kind of give him kind of like a glance and a wink and be like, hope you enjoy the show.
Let me help you a little bit. If you give me your permission.
Oh, by all means.
As the meadow is gone and you're back into this area. And we'll be right back as we get set up for the rest of the stream. Be right back, guys. And we are back. Turning off my studio mode. And welcome back. So we our players are in a little bit of a predicament right now. Also, I will say that I did get something that our players may or may not encounter at a later or future date. But
Elkson might not encounter anything at all because I'm dying.
Hopefully those of you who know D&D know who this is.
Oh my god. Funko Pop version?
Yes, it is.
That's awesome.
I do collect Funko Pops of D&D, hence my little mind flayer. And the gelatinous cube. That this was Meowgie in here.
Okay, but a gelatinous cube of like Squishmallow would be amazing.
Yes. So, let us set the scene again and jump right into this. Oh, go ahead.
Did you put the link up for the stream?
Oh, actually, I did not advertise at all.
Yeah, because I'm looking to see where you're showing this, and I'm like, well, I don't see nothing.
Well, you could just go to Twitch and look at Night's Fall. So, but it's Tiamat, the Tiamat Funko Pop.
Yeah, I hate you.
I always bring the most interesting foes. So, back to where we last left off. We have Elkson on the ground, bleeding. We have Gavri. See, I pronounced it right this time.
Yay!
On their last leg, even though they have 4 of them, but they're on their last leg.
That's when you know it's bad.
And we have Suzanne. And it was Suzanne's turn. As you all see, well, as Gavri sees, because Elkson ain't seeing shit. You see...
That's inside of my eyelids.
You see... You know Suzanne was about ready to go and strike. And you see them hesitate. Almost as if the world slows down a little bit. Suzanne, it is your turn. You are fully aware of everything this blade does, and you are proficient in it. Make your attacks.
Alright. So what I'm going to do, 1 second guys, I just have to refamiliarize myself with my blade.
Hey now, this is a family show.
That's for my OnlyFans, but that's okay.
No.
So,
No.
Only blades.
my only blades. I am going to use my Star Strike, and I am going to Star Strike it in the face.
Roll.
That's going to be an 18 to hit.
18 definitely hits.
All right, perfect. So that is going to do some stuff. 1 second.
Gavri, you see Suzanne is 10 feet away from this creature. She strikes out as you see the blade break and extend and wraps around this creature's head.
All right, so then I am going to go ahead and use the second feature of the sword, which is Shatter Pull, and I'm going to go ahead and pull it down towards me.
Roll an opposed strength check.
Oh, was not aware that that was something I would have to do for that.
Shatter's Pull. Once attached, the wielder can either pull the target, or wielder can pull the target 5 feet closer to them by making an opposed strength check.
Not bad. 18.
18.
Mm-hmm.
You get advantage on it right now.
Okay. In other words, that didn't do shit. 1 second. 18 is still my highest.
Okay. This creature falls down to one knee right next to you.
I'm gonna use my second strike to do.
You still
my
do damage
cantrip.
on the first one, so roll damage.
Oh, I did. It was Shit, what did I roll? Sorry,
okay.
let me do it again.
Yep, roll again.
That's 11 slashing.
Alrighty.
All right, for my second attack, I'm gonna use my cantrip, Booming Blade. So that is going to be another attack. That's a 26 to hit.
That definitely hits.
All right. That's 6 slashing damage, and then that is going to be. Hold on, there's some lightning damage coming his way.
Yeah, the Ritz, if we have any of the Ritz stuff. Because I know the box is there, I don't know if there's any in it though.
That's 1d8 thunder damage. Let's go ahead and do that. That's an additional 2 thunder damage.
Got it.
Or is that lightning? I'm sorry. I know there's a difference between the two.
Aye.
No, thunder. Okay. And then if it moves, it will take 2d8 thunder.
All right. Does that complete your turn?
Actually, bonus action, I'm going to strike it one more time. And this time I'm going to use my spark blade.
Okay.
And I'm going to use all my charges. So hopefully this hits. Alright, that's 25 to hit.
25 hits.
Alright, so that is going to be 1d6 without the modifier. So that's 2 slashing. And then for the lightning damage, 1d8 plus 2. Each time, yeah. Okay, so let's do for an additional 7 lightning.
Okay. I've rolled their Constitution check.
I like those. I used to use them.
All right. Does that complete your turn?
1 second. Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't. As you feel, you have more actions. As Raylan has used Action Surge.
All right. So then, in that case, I am going to do another.
Actually, you don't do anything.
I'm going to sit here and chill.
You see your body move, but you are not in the driver's seat. It's kind of scary. As you see, Gavri, you see Sinzen flip up and make 2 quick strikes on the back of this creature's neck. Because it only had 5 hit points left, I'm not going to bother rolling damage. As the head pops off and it falls down to the ground. What are you all doing?
I don't know if anybody
I'm
conscious
dying.
speaks Sylvan, but Gabri's definitely gonna mutter something along the lines of like, fucking mages, as he whips out a good berry and like kneels by
As I am rolling
Elson.
Elkson's last death save. Okay. You put the good berry into Elkson's mouth. You force it down their gullet. You massage their throat to get it down into their stomach. You see that Elkson has stopped breathing. A moment passes.
Killed her with the good berry.
My plan all along. The berry assassin.
As Elkson, you take a breath again and you're conscious. With 1 hit point.
I'll help, like, make sure she's good and just be like, right, so about the self-sacrificing stuff, none of us have time for that, and you've got people who love and depend on you, so let's not be throwing ourselves to the death there. I don't know what she did, but we're still
What
standing.
the fuck else was I
Let's
supposed to do? We were trapped down here with the damn thing. You two were both in the room. It's not like it could go after any fucking buddy else.
I'm recalling correctly. Is there a hole in this roof of this place, or this?
No,
above
I
us?
was planning on making one.
Okay, gotcha.
Which at this point, like, before even, like, dealing with the rest of this, I'm just going to, like, shoot if I have to dread ambush or the ceiling to make a fucking hole
Well,
in it. I will do
You
that.
look around, and as the creature did fall to the ground, the stone wall blocking the exit has moved, and there is an exit there.
So I do believe we can talk about the merits of sacrificing oneself or not later. I do suggest right now we haul ass,
Yes, please.
Please.
and we're gonna haul ass.
You're gonna haul ass?
Yep.
Are you looking at anything else in the room?
You know what? I will take a second to investigate the room.
I am
Roll.
going to go up to the top of the stairs by the door that we entered from and listen for anything coming our way while I wait for Suzanne.
Okay, roll d20 just because you could get a 1 for your perception. There,
Me or
Elkson.
Alexis?
If you're going to do an investigation, I need an investigation. And an investigation is a couple seconds. It's an action.
You got it. 1 second. 17 for investigation.
13 perception.
You hear, "Get the guards! There's someone in here! Get the guards!"
And I'll run down and tell him we've been found out. Let's go.
You find, with a 17, a couple nice-looking cloaks. At a quick glance,
Just gonna scoop them up and run.
you can grab one of them.
Okay. Can I see what they? Can you give me a brief description of what they look like?
Well, go ahead and roll a percentile for me, and that'll determine what you get.
Percentile? Okay, 1 second.
I won't tell you if you want low or high.
That's gonna be a 49.
Okay. You find one that has some leaf motifs, and it's kind of green and dark brown.
This looks like druid garbage. Is there anything that's like blue?
Pretty. It's pretty. Let's go.
Are you taking the time?
No, I'll just grab the stupid druid cloak.
Okay.
Hey, what's wrong with druids?
I need stealth checks from everybody.
Alright.
Are we even gonna bother with stealth at this point, or are we just trying to get the fuck out of here?
That's up to you.
I say just run.
Because I got a 22.
I got a 6.
This is more for when your guys are out in the road trying to ditch any trails.
Let me cast Pass Without a Trace.
All right, that'll take effect on the next roll.
Okay.
Gavri, stealth check.
I got a 17.
All right.
So,
You guys are... You run out, you jump over the fences again, and you disappear into the streets. Where are you going?
to the docks.
Okay.
Yep, to the dock.
And not stop until we get there, please.
So, Miyagi, what do you think is the other rest of the group is doing?
Oh, I have no idea. They're
Well-
probably getting in trouble.
Yeah, but
There
you
is
know,
one more thing that happens.
fishing is so great here.
I
Limping
know,
the
right?
entire time? Just limping away the entire time on my 1 health? Yeah.
Suzanne, I need you to roll a perception check for me.
This is not a
Because
wisdom
this is
saving throw.
my... So... There's like some sort of jinx on the word perception. I got a 5.
Gavri, I
But
need you to
am
roll
within-
a perception.
I'm about to say I'm within 5 feet of Gavri, and Gavri knows.
Oof, 8.
Damn it, Gavri!
And Elkson, your final perception.
Please tell me it's a 1.
My passive is a 16. Does that matter?
It does.
12.
Okay. Gavri, you see, as you guys are going in, you're finally blended into the streets. You're not running. You don't think anybody's following. And you see you guys are about to run into a familiar blonde-haired elf.
Familiar as in.
Disguise
who
self shit. I forgot about that.
You don't
Disguise
know.
self.
You don't know yet, Elkson. You don't know yet.
I know. I will as soon as
As in an elf that was talking to Suzanne. For those of you in
Oh.
Forge, if you go to the Avard map, you guys will see that the party is actually near the Satin Garden.
You don't own a vision, or you
No
don't own it.
vision.
No
Alright.
vision.
Then I will fix this.
Yay.
Please do. I'd like to see all your wonderful work.
All the hard work that goes into
To
this
go on to
company.
Foundry.
Oh, absolutely.
Why can't I find the game anymore on Foundry?
You know what? Let me just do this. Maps of Vard. And navigation. Sorry, I gotta fix this. Restrict. Alright, let me know if that fixes it.
Yeah, could see the map.
Now, if you go down to the left-hand side and go to Journal Notes, which is below the music symbol, you will start to see all these different emblems on the map. On the right-hand side, you will see Sparrowhawk Manor, which is where the PCs were initially. And the Satin Garden is to the left of that. You can look in, if you click on it, you will see, or double click on it, you will see, if you go to image, you will see an image of it, and sometimes there'll be text, and you guys can enter text in there and save it as well.
Would one of you be a dear and share your screen so I could see?
Oh no, now I gotta change all that again. But fine, share the screen and I'll fix the cameras. So, Gavri, you see Suzanne is about to... They are 10 feet from them.
I wanna again, I feel bad. Gavri's just constantly pushing and shoving his friends around. Just gently grab their cloaks and steer them
they
a
friends?
different street.
Are they friends right now?
No. One, yes. One is like, oh, you... Fireball? I don't know magic, but it didn't feel like a good.
Alright.
Takes them by the cloaks and is like, your blonde friend's over there. And just steer them down a different path.
So I start to go, what the hell, Gavri? And then I'm like, oh. Part of me is burning with a rage to like fight, but I realize that my friends are injured and I'm like, another day.
Well, what I would like you to do is you see this individual and you can tell. Go and give me a quick insight check.
Who all?
So that one.
It's not one.
Do I get my disguise self?
Yes, you do. As I am trying to fix all these sources on at this time. All right, it's a nat 1. You don't know anything. You think it's probably a good idea to run away.
Crap, no. Now I have the urge to hit her.
Well, you may make a wisdom check for me if you'd like.
Sure.
That's her
let's do
wig as we run by.
that. A wisdom check.
Just
All right.
rip off her wig as we run by.
That's an 11.
11. You want to know what the hell's going on with her. As you look inside, she's going into this very ostentatious and decadent inn. Plush couches. There's a window, a large, like, sunroom type window. You see her starting to climb the steps to go into her room. Quickly looking around. You think you can climb some of that?
I'm gonna turn to Elkson and Gavri, and I'm gonna say, "You two head to the docks. I'll be there shortly."
No,
Oh,
you are
no.
not going to be anywhere by yourself, my dear. Not after the shit we just went through. If you had gone by yourself last time, you'd be dead.
Can I
So
roll
either
something
you're
to
going
determine
to-
whether her words reach me?
That's up to you.
Either you are going with us to the docks, or we are going to accompany you wherever you choose to go. And if I go down again, when I get back up, I'm going to whoop your ass.
I wistfully kind of look at the inn. You know what? I summon Avalon.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna have Avalon fly up to the window, and I'm gonna follow Elkson and Gavri.
Nice. Now, are you sharing senses?
Yes, so I am going to hop in Elkson's arms,
Yep.
Okay.
and yes, I will use my senses.
This is what you see. You see not only your blonde friend, but also your redheaded friend and your black-haired friend. You see them arguing. They're just a little bit of ways out, and then as they enter into their room, you see the three of them sit down in a circle. They begin chanting. You see the image appear in a gray smoke that starts to climb up. You can smell the expensive incense that has been expended during this. And you see the elegant figure of Mistress Stillwind. You recognize this person very much so. Brilliant, but always turned a blind eye to your suffering. And always treated Alelia, Salorna, and Sarabeth a little bit better than most.
Sarabeth.
Mistress, Suzanne has escaped. We have not recovered your tome. You failed? Do you not understand how important it is to regain that formula? Decades of planning hinge on it. Do I need to give the three of you another lesson that you can't take it away from a half-pint no-talent gnome? I have lived under the shadow of that pretender for too long. Get the fucking tome. As you see the image through Avalon's eyes just recede, and a shockwave of smoke comes out, knocking all three of them down and knocking Avalon off. Avalon's fine, but you instantly shake out of it from shock.
And knock her wig off.
You don't.
Oh, wig just flying.
You didn't
everywhere.
see.
You good?
When I
Suzanne?
tell this story to the others, the wigs will fly off.
And it's about this time that you come across Miyagi and Helvog.
And it's also at this time that Elkson has now realized that her horse is just fucking gone at this point.
Aw.
Thunderbolt is probably either with the pirates or stolen by this fucking country.
Yep. You don't know where Thunderbolt
and you
is.
see an already tired Elkson just get even more distraught. Like her whole shoulders just hang, and she's just gently puts Suzanne down, barely paying attention.
Oh, hey, you two. You three.
I was gonna say, hold on a second. do I smell blood?
Oh yes, and you see it.
Oh, you three look like absolute shit.
Elkson has numerous wounds that are probably still bleeding.
Right, Gavri's chest wound is probably reopened, and he's looking for somewhere quiet to maybe just have a good quiet time in a shadowy corner. Any corner. Just
Elkson just sits down on the dock next to where the guys were sitting.
The Zen has split ends.
Turn and look at the three of them. Go, man, you guys look like shit. Get out of here. Move. And I get up and walk away from this spot.
Elkson is still just sitting there.
How many fish have we caught, DM? Can I do a roll to determine how many fish
Roll a
we
d8.
caught?
Roll a d8.
I'm gonna roll a d8. Because this is important. If my computer works. Random d8. That's 2 fish. That's cool. I'm just gonna like hand Cezanne and Elkson a fish. Just like, here you go. You two look like you need it. I'm sorry, Gabri. Expit ate the other one.
That's alright, I don't really eat fish.
As you see Expit on his shoulder, he has the fish in his hand, and you can have, maybe? As
That's very kind.
as he takes one talon, pokes it into the eye and pops the eye out, and
Can we just make it a fact that Expit had taken all the eyes of the fish I hand the other
Sure.
two? So what were you three up to? You look like absolute shit.
They were
Um,
proper.
When-
When your friends
died.
you tell them they look like shit.
Your hair's
When,
great.
When
This
I
never
get up,
happens.
I also grab Miyagi by the collar and go, let's go!
I was just having a conversation, and I'm just gonna go with Helvog. Like, I don't know how you're gonna grab me by the collar, considering I'm taller than you.
You're
So-
sitting on the dock.
Oh, true.
Gonna drag you from the ground.
I want a strength check. I want a strength check.
roll it if you want to resist. Go for it.
I'm not gonna
No,
drag
I'm
him.
not,
I
I'm
grab
not.
him and go, let's go, and I make for the closest alleyway.
Okay.
Oh,
It's
I'm gonna
probably
look at the fish and just hand it to Elkson and be like, we should probably go.
it would be quicker to go underneath the docks.
Wherever. Something out of sight, because we were casing the place and the three of them just brought unwanted attention.
We were stealthy, okay? And I technically had disguise self on, so I
no,
looked fucking
no,
normal.
you brought unwanted attention from the people we were watching. Hopefully they didn't see you show up.
Well, like I said, under disguise self, I looked fucking normal. I wouldn't have a million
That's true.
wounds, so
That's true.
There wouldn't be any unwanted attention. I'm just a random ass elven woman walking up to you two.
And
Well-
I'm a gnome that's well dressed with just slightly shabby hair.
It's just the fact that you came up to us. We were
So-
trying to be sneaky.
You guys go underneath the docks. You reasonably believe that there's no eyes on you.
I just start a little fire and start cooking the fish.
Well, fuck you guys, and I begin casting.
It's about
So, did you guys have fun?
What a blast.
Suzanne, what
Get
was
it?
that
Because
little
there was an
cake?
explosion.
There is
Yeah,
like
yeah. No, I got it. Josh got it.
sad, dry wheeze that escapes Gabri at the blast pun. It's like it physically hurts me to laugh right now.
There's a groan from Elkson as well.
I'm gonna take
Oh,
10
and-
minutes to identify as a ritual for the cloak that I grabbed.
Before you start a fire, I say no, don't, and then begin casting.
I'm not gonna eat raw fish.
Just wait.
Oh, you've had a good berry. You're technically good.
Yeah, technically.
Gabri is also helping himself to one of his. These are leftovers from yesterday.
And now they're okay berries.
No, it hasn't been the full 24 hours because he made these last night, so they're still magic.
Yep.
Where the hell are you?
Speaking of, I haven't done it today, so let's use some good berry charges from the bow today.
And as you feel your bow, you notice a change in it. If you look at your character sheet, you will see that it has awakened.
So you see Elkson go to like do the routine of the good berry thing, and then she just kind of stops and just kind of closes her eyes and meditates with the bow for a moment.
And you all see a cardinal land on Elkson's shoulder.
Okay, Snow White.
I've got one of those too, and I'm gonna point to Xbit.
Ford? Is that Ford?
Avalon lands on my shoulder and just kind of squawks at the cardinal like, bitch.
Can I eat one of them, boss? Which one?
Let me just say, just as a player, Xbit is like my greatest like treasure. I love him so much.
I want the owl. The owl is bigger. It looks tasty.
Don't.
Don't? No. But flesh is good.
We could fish some more, and you could get some more eyeballs if you're interested in that.
Eyeballs, yes. Yes.
Elkson gets 11.
11 healing.
I'm gonna scritch Xbit's like under his chin.
Oh, that's right. I can do that too. All right.
I'm at 1/4 health.
I doubt we will be having the time here, but Gabri is going to attempt a short rest while we're having quiet time under the dock.
No, we probably won't.
Doesn't mean he's not gonna try.
You guys could get a short rest before your mission time.
Let's see.
All right.
What have because it's been a while. Just recall, what have we gathered doing our reconnaissance? What was the information? Because I completely forgot. Like,
Basically, you have found a place underneath the docks that you could take a small boat and go directly at the ship out of sight, because you guys did actually really good rolls.
okay. All right. All right.
Hold on, I'm trying to get numbers here.
And just recall, like, we have to do this tonight.
Yes.
Or
Yes.
yeah, that's what I thought. I just wanted to clarify because it's been a while. So we could take a ship and hit this boat tonight.
And they said that all they want is the goods destroyed. You can burn down the ship as long as there's no loss of life.
All right. So
Let's see what spells I have. Somebody have an idea.
What time is it?
It is about 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon. You cannot get a long rest, but you can get a short rest.
Never mind.
Yeah, I know what you're trying to do.
Gabri, get 15.
I get a short rest. How many spells?
I used up all of my hit die, and I'm still not at full health.
Yeah. Well, give me a
For some
second.
reason, my hit dice aren't rolling on D&D Beyond. I'm gonna reload real quick.
Okay.
Rolled them on my own.
Give 15 more, Elkson.
15. All right. That I'm good after that.
Let me use some hit die here.
I have damage. I don't remember taking damage.
No, you did not take any damage.
Yeah, I don't have any damage either, so.
And I am actually going to try to fix this extension and add Gavri to
goes.
Our extension.
I have an idea. We're not supposed to kill anyone, but we're supposed to destroy the ship and its goods. Well, really the goods, but not the ship. I have an idea. I've worked with Redcap. You all know the chaos and the mess he is. So, and I'm gonna I don't want to say retract, but extend my claws. You know how cats have claws. What if I climb into where they keep the gunpowder and blow that ship to smithereens, while you others get everyone off the ship, whether by force, whether by suggesting they get off, and I just blow the ship up from the inside.
I think that might be a bit loud and noticeable. I think something better would
And other collateral damage to the dock area.
I
And
think
you have
something-
the constitution of a wet paper towel.
I have a couple suggestions, if I may.
Absolutely, I'm just spitballing here.
If you do want to make some kind of loud noise or explosion, do so somewhere visible from the docks, but away from the ship to distract everyone on the docks. And then those of us that are a bit sneakier can go on the ship and either I can do some druid crafting to try and rip some holes in the ship with any produce on board. I can thunder wave if their distraction makes noise. Just anything at the bottom of the ship to get it to start sinking.
See, this is why I wish we had Big Green. She could just knock a hole in the ship and it would sink. Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
If I may, I, being a bit dexterous, can easily get to the bottom of the ship, put a hole in it, and then misty step my way out.
But that's why I said one of us who are sneakier.
Oh yes. No, I like
Well, that all fine and dandy, but that still doesn't get us the cargo.
They
we're
don't.
looking to cash in.
What?
That's another thing we can do.
Hey, wait, shipment. The dude that we just stole shit from, didn't he say something about a shipment? He said something about a shipment. Was it this ship?
Maybe he was shipping stuff out.
You may roll a wisdom check for me to remember, because I know it's been 2 weeks, so.
Okay. That's a natural 20.
All right. This is what you remember. You remember that this shipment is from House Halloran. Okay? You also remember that the Lord, he doesn't like that term, that you were just out, said that House Halloran had a new shipment of exotic animals to include blink dogs, displacer beasts that were meant to be consumed by the rich elite that has just arrived in dock.
Guys, I don't think that was linen that's being shipped. I think that the guy that we just stole from, he was talking about strange beasts that they were gonna eat. I think it's creatures on the ship.
Is that coming or going? Because
That just arrived. That's this ship.
but the stuff we're supposed to be dealing with is leaving here, not coming in.
The ship is leaving. Was it the cargo that was leaving as well, or were we to stop it from getting to anyone?
We were supposed to stop the cargo from leaving so they could sell it.
And more,
Palvog is
with
correct.
the natural 20, I will give you this. The ship captured all its stuff, the ship came in, and the ship is going out to other sellers. So it is the same ship, it is the same cargo.
And I explained that to them.
So they brought in food, and they're leaving with silk.
No. What is happening is that they are going to take some of the beast and feed some of the elite tonight. There is no silk. It's just exotic pets that they're going to.
We were told the last time that silk was going out.
That's what they thought.
Well, that was their intel. So their intel must have been wrong.
So basically, there's no money to be made here at all.
No.
I mean, unless you want to steal some pets that could potentially harm you.
That seems an Elkson thing, not gonna lie. But I suppose I owe you one, so if you want to help the dogs...
But, yeah, if we let all that stuff free...
Well, this could...
No, that's not a bad idea,
It's not.
actually.
We could just.
Set it free on the town.
Oh, I'm okay with that. I mean, everyone's been tipsy.
we want
So.
to set it
reap
free
what
on the
they sow.
elite.
I have an idea. Let's set them free on the place we saw your friend go into, and that place that we just saw, the place we just stole from, and the place with the guy that wanted to do strange things to Miyagi and myself.
I don't think that you're gonna set them free anywhere other than on that ship. Because you'd have to get them off and move them to wherever you wanna.
If we disguised ourselves as workers, we could potentially move them.
Yeah, the intention was to feed them to the elite, so they're going to be taken to that part of town anyway. So we might want to reorganize our strike to take place there instead of the boat.
But the boat would be simpler. It would also be easier, considering it's. And Mary's going to point to the ship. It's right there. Honestly, we could just get everyone off and sink the ship.
But that would kill the animals.
I don't think they give a shit about the animals. I think they care more about the people.
Yeah, but we should give a shit about the animals, as we are not cold-hearted creatures, right, Miyagi?
Are you going to get an attitude with me when you...
So says the one who's been looking at deadly magic. You've been going down a dark path, Miyagi. Don't pretend none of us have noticed it. You've made a pact with a demon after giving me shit about letting it free.
You freed it! And
you made a pact with it and attached it to your soul! I think that's a bit worse!
Oh, is that what that is?
Average precious.
Josh got chills. Jeez. Okay.
Is she talking about me, boss? Or is there another demon in your life that I need to know about?
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised if he made a deal with the succubus if she decided to show up too.
Oh,
I don't know what.
is she
that is,
around?
but
She's always fun.
I would exercise caution. You and Miyagi. He's looking at Suzanne and Miyagi, and then he's also giving a glance at Halvok. I don't know the specifics, but if they've presumably got blink dogs stopped from blinking, might be well-to-do to tread cautiously, if they have something stopping magic in there.
That's a fair
That's a very
point.
good point.
What? Here we go. What do I know about blink dogs?
Roll an Arcana check.
And I'm sure it's been more than 10 minutes. I've identified this cloak.
Yes, it is a normal, pretentious cloak.
I mean, if you don't like it, Elkson will wear it because it's totally a rangery druid type thing from the description.
I just hand it to you with like the most disgusted look on my face.
Does Gavri know enough about blink dogs to have given advantage help action on that? Or
No, definitely not. What'd you get, Elvog?
8.
8. They're dogs.
Yeah. They're elven dogs. That's about all I know.
Miyagi's gonna tell Ixpit to go invisible and go check out the inside of the ship.
Okay. As
Telepathically.
you see Xbit disappear.
Miyagi, do you want to see something really cool?
Oh yes, absolutely. Is it that book of yours?
No, I'm gonna pull out the Star Shatter, and I'm just gonna make a really big display of like slashing it so that it extends its full 10 feet, and then kind of twirl it around and then to put it back in my side.
Everyone's getting something fucking cool, and I get nothing. What have I got?
Demon attached to your soul.
Oh,
Yeah,
we
Mr.
don't,
Rex is
we
dead,
don't
I'm
know if he's
staring
attached
out
to my
here.
soul.
You have a little bit of mange, if that makes you feel better.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, boss, there's a lot of stuff in here.
Oh, what's in there?
I see 2 pseudo dragons, a few blink dogs. Oh, is that a fucking ant keg? And it looks like this purple worm type thing, but it's really small. And a few other things.
Tell the god to put his pants back on.
I'm going to just rub my head and telepathically tell Xpit to come back.
Oh,
So,
and there's a couple eggs.
how big are the eggs?
About as big as me, and they look kind of like they're made out of metal almost.
Can I do some sort of roll to determine what sort of egg that belongs to?
Yeah, you can roll Arcana with disadvantage.
That's fine. I'll do it. Because, like, as Josh, I want to say I know, but I don't. But disadvantage. Here we go. $14.
No idea.
Alright, I'm just gonna tell Xpit to come back.
All right,
So-
he starts flying back.
They have a purple worm thingy, they have blink dogs, they have an onkeg. They have a whole bunch of misfits of exotic creatures in there. So, and also, I'm not soul attached to him. He's just a good buddy. He saved my life multiple times.
We're soulmates.
Please tell me he says that in my head.
Yes.
Not out loud. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, good. You just see me out, you just like start rubbing his head. Okay, so, what's the plan? What are we doing?
I still say we should create a distraction elsewhere on the docks, and the sneakier of us go in, set the animals free, and sink the ship.
Any distraction, even if it's here at the docks, could serve as cover for us to investigate some of the manners.
Exactly. Once we set the animals loose, they're going to be distracted dealing with that for a while.
If I may, why don't we just climb aboard, get everyone off, every person off, send the ship out, blow it up. And then
That still kills the creatures.
I don't think we necessarily care about the boat anymore. The whole reason to destroy the ship was to make sure the shipment didn't leave. But if there's no shipment to leave, then the boat really isn't our concern.
I just want to explode something, okay?
Then go explode something as a distraction.
It's at this time that the sun starts to set.
Look what you've done. The sun is starting to set now.
What I've done? What have you three done? You came here looking like absolute shit.
We made things happen.
You got a fucking cloak out of it. You want to talk about making things happen?
Did you miss Zen's little display?
Oh no, it's a lovely sword. Don't get me wrong, but
That we got too.
We fell the
Yeah,
storm
from the
giant.
looks of it, the two of you almost got dead.
Minor
I
detail.
know what you're talking about. I look like this all the time.
Okay, so what are we doing?
Like I
What's-
said, those of you that are good at making things go boom, make a distraction. I'll sneak on with Suzanne since I can do a little magic to make us stealthier. We get the animals loose, and our mission is complete.
See, I'm just a little curious as to why we care about these creatures when more than likely we've mainly killed them before.
Alexon is going to go over and grab Miyagi's shirt.
First of all, Miyagi, the one thing I do know about blank dogs, they're elven dogs. They're not evil.
We do not need to senselessly murder captured creatures just to sate some fresh bloodlust you now have.
Miyagi's going to push her off of me.
I'll strength check you.
Do it.
Opposed
Do
string
it.
check.
While this alpha display is happening, can I send Avalon back to the rebellion leader, whose name I can't remember right now, and have Avalon like relay a message for me, or I could speak through Avalon when he gets there?
You can't speak to Avalon. The resistance leader, which is Tybris, is down in the sewers. Might take a little bit for Avalon to get there. There is Dorbis, who is the tiefling from the... let me pull this up.
Our contact.
That
Right.
was an 11.
I
From-
got an 8. So
From the Yawning Rabbit Inn.
And would I believe that the tiefling is still there?
He's supposedly the owner.
Oh, that's right. I was thinking of the little halfling person that helped us.
Now you could
How far?
write a message.
Yeah. I'll do that. I'll send Avalon.
Okay.
I'll write a quick note just saying, no silk on ship, beasts for elite, advise. And I'll send Avalon fast as the wind.
Okay. Elkson grabs hold of Miyagi. You see Miyagi try to push off, but Elkson is just too strong and has too good of a grip.
Let go of me before you regret it.
What, you gonna turn on me now?
Is Zixbit around?
He is very close.
Like close, like in, like say 5 feet proximity?
No, as in you've got about 12 seconds, then he'll be within 30 feet.
I'm going to ask you nicely, please let me go. And I will go make a distraction and go be as charismatic, bring the attention all to me, while you all go do whatever.
And we'll just let him go at that point and turn her back to him.
And Expits.
Miyagi's going to walk off.
Okay. Expit comes back to you. You feel him land on your shoulder.
Miyagi's just going to keep walking.
Okay. It's going to, it's going to be a while for you to get any response back
Oh,
from
I know.
Avalon. No, I meant from Avalon.
Yeah.
If you are looking at Avard, the docks, you can see where you're at, and the Mug of Ale that is to the right of the scales, that is the Yawning Rabbit Inn. It's a good distance for an owl to fly and find the right person, drop a message down, them to be able to read it, reply back, and send it back to you.
Oh, there's a note on there that's... Well, I guess I'd have no way of knowing when Avalon made it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then never mind. I mean, Avalon still do it, but...
Right.
I mean, we still have time, right?
Depends on when Miyagi does the distraction.
I'm not going to go farther than 200 feet. That way I can at least message someone and just let them know whenever they want a distraction, I'll do something.
This needed to be done before it left in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we do have a bit of time.
Well, Miyagi needs some more time.
Well, I'll also kind of keep an eye on the docks just to see if they start unloading the animals.
Okay.
Yeah, and I will too.
Go and roll perception checks for me.
Separately,
Yes!
or should I give
21.
I guess separately.
Okay.
You see that there are a total of. I'm gonna wait for Alexon.
I don't see it. I got an 8.
All right. You see that
17.
there are a total of 2 guards that are left on the ship, and they are walking back and forth on the top of the ship.
I go to Elkson and Hellbog because I'm assuming we're kind of nearby to each other.
Yeah.
There's only 2 guards on the ship. We could easily take them by surprise.
I mean, that we can see. We don't know if there's any below deck.
How many have I seen through the day?
You have seen a good number of people through the day, but they have all left and have not returned. These 2 guards, you have seen that they have walked on the top of the deck of the ship. They have went underneath it and come back in sort of a rotation, but you have recognized that these are the same 2 people going back and forth, walking around.
Did they unload anything through the day?
No. If anything, they have loaded stuff up.
Any idea what it is they loaded? Hellbog.
The crates. That's a question for the DM of whether I noticed.
I was asking you to ask the
Yeah.
DM.
You have no idea of what they loaded. But
Great.
it is starting to get darker and darker. How late are you guys?
I think we should just make our move. I don't know how long it's going to take for them to rearrange their plans because they have to probably get permission from the Tiberius in order to figure out what they want to do.
Agreed.
The chain of command we don't really have time for right now, unfortunately.
And something about this still strikes me as suspicious. I agree. Let's proceed with caution. We'll take out those 2 guards, and then we'll see just what it is below deck.
All right. Now cast Pass Without a Trace.
Okay.
As we sneak
I
aboard.
don't have the ability to send message to Miyagi.
Miyagi would check in.
Alright, so the next time Miyagi checks in, I'm gonna be like, we're gonna move. Check in with me in 5 minutes.
How much time has passed?
I would
since
say about
Miyagi-
an hour.
About an hour. Okay. So you'll probably get a message saying, "Oh, when are you all going to do something? When do I need to do something?" Short and sweet. Nothing like erratic. Nothing crazy.
I'm gonna just reply. Give us about 10 minutes. We're moving into the ship now. Check in with me, and if you don't hear a response, start the distraction.
Okay. Cool. And Miyagi's just gonna hang out with Ixbit. Just kind of like on the pier, looking at ships.
Okay.
So, are Helvog and Gavri going to sneak on with Susan and I,
Oh,
or
yes.
are...
Davri is
Okay.
definitely coming with.
I'm going with you. If nothing else, I'm going to play lookout once we disable the guards.
Now, how are you sneaking up on the ship? Are you just trying to walk onto it on the docks? Are you taking a smaller type boat underneath the docks to get to the ship and climb up?
Say small boat, most likely.
Well, hold on.
We're holding.
The boat. Are from the water line? Are there other entrances? Is there a way to climb up and get into the boat without going through the top deck?
You have not seen one.
How tall is the boat from the ocean surface?
I mean, it's a good bit. It's gonna take, as far as game mechanics goes, you're gonna have to do a climb check to climb all the way up there. I mean, it's a large size boat. Gavri is going to be well. Gavri's actually trained for this, and you guys are going to see some odd stuff. Seeing Gavri climb.
How far from the entryway of the dock is it to the ship? And are there like crates and things on the dock, or is it just like clear sailing from the boat to the dock?
It is very close to the dock. It's right there at the. It's like the first ship there. There are a bunch of crates and avenues where you can try to sneak up to it. But to get onto the ship, there is one plank, like one bridge, that is wide in the open.
Mechanics question, DM.
Shoot.
If we were to row the boat to the other side, would I be able to use Thorn Whip to have the thorns kind of run into the side of the ship and use that to help us climb up any easier?
Quite possibly. I will lower the difficulty.
2 questions.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any type of mechanic in D&D for a stealthy takedown?
Basically, it would be a surprise attack, and it would be a surprise attack would get you 1 second.
If this will help, I mean, Gavri would communicate he can drop that area of silence on top of it as well.
I mean, I don't think it's a matter of the noise we'd make. If we walk up a single plank, that's kind of obvious.
Well, I could Misty Step onto the ship. That's what I'm trying to figure out distance-wise. Because if I get close enough to where I could sneak on the deck, I could just sneak around them and take them by surprise. But that would be just me.
And you take anyone with you?
No. Dimension Door lets me take other people. Misty Step is just me.
Surprise is basically a round before combat. In the surprise round, unfortunately, if you were an assassin, it would be an automatic crit if you hit somebody first in surprise, but you're not an assassin.
Not yet.
If you are surprised, you can't move or take an action, and you can't take a reaction until that turn ends.
I'm going to turn to Gavri, just sensing that Gavri... There's more to this fawn than meets the eye.
I mean, we've already seen him do some incredible leaps and stuff.
Gavri, how would you range your ability to get onto the ship unnoticed?
Unnoticed.
As soon as we decided that we're going to move forward with this, I begin casting. 10 minutes later, I touch everybody else. We don't need a boat. And I walk out onto the water.
Nice.
Normally, there's a few things I'd be able to do, but they're not. And are we still under the docks while we're having this discussion?
Yeah.
They'll kind of like lean into. I don't think there's a wall, but like maybe one of the wooden pillar thingies that hold
the
up
beams,
the dock, and like just look disappointed when nothing happens. Like, I can get on there. None of this is going to be pleasant, but I can get on there.
I think that it would be best if me and the sneakiest person get onto the deck, take out the guards as quickly as possible, and then the other two may follow.
I would like to think that I am quite sneaky. Mechanics-wise, I have like a +6 in stealth.
Well, my thing is, do you have any skills that will allow you to get onto the deck of the ship without taking the plank?
Well, like I said, I can do the Hail of Thorn things to make it easier for me to actually climb up onto the ship, and that's.
I mean, Thorn Whip, not Hail and Thorns. It's completely different.
Yeah. I was scrolling through my spells and just thorns. But yeah,
Would you be able to cast a silence around the area where Elkson would be using her Whip of Thorns?
if that's where you need it.
I do believe so. So here's the plan. Helvog, definitely proceed with trying to take the water route to sneak on board the ship.
Well, I was gonna say, you guys walk over to the ship on the water. I'll just stand up on the dock like I've been all day.
Problem is
I'm just gonna play watch out anyway.
My Misty Step is only 30 feet, and it seems like this boat is taller than that. So my best bet is to sneak as close to the boat as I can from the docks and then just teleport my way on.
Well, that's fine. You walk along the dock and do that.
How
Sure.
far is it from here to the boat? Both where the guards are and where we're intending to use Line Whip to get up.
He said it wasn't very far.
No, it's definitely not very far. It'll take you like a couple minutes on the boat to just... I mean, it is the first ship on the dock, but it is not right up on the shoreline because, well, it's got to have some deep water for it. But you can definitely get there under the dock with your small ship, or you just walk under
Maybe we
it
can
since you
just
have water
walk
walk.
now, yeah.
And if I remember right, this ship is kind of alone out here, away from everybody else, because they want it that way.
Mm-hmm.
All the lights on the dock seem to be broken.
Yep. There are plenty of shadows.
Seems like it's an illicit activity. He rolls his eyes.
So, what are y'all doing?
My approach is I'm going to sneak up to the boat from the deck, and once I'm close enough, I'm going to teleport on board.
I'm
Okay.
going to cast Pass Without a Trace. I'm going to be walking under the dock, and I'm going to follow Suzen's footsteps underneath, so I stay within range for the Pass Without a Trace.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're going to Thorn Whip your way up?
Yep.
While she's doing that, I will scope out the boat to see if I could determine a prime time to strike.
Yep.
Would it? I doubt it. Boats are probably too wide, even depending on where we're going. There's no way I could capture both the guards and the Thorn Whip area in the same silence radius. It's just 20 feet, so.
You might get one guard as he's doing his patrol, walking through it, but
No, just wherever Suzen and Alexon want that silence, Gabri will
Okay.
direct it.
alrighty. Are we all ready?
Well, don't put the silence on me. I need to cast a spell.
Oh no, just like where you
Yeah.
were directing it.
Okay, got it. Oh, that brings up a good point. Does your spell, does Thorn Whip require a verbal component?
Well, they were going to cast it on the ship up above. They're casting Thorn Whip from the water to try to climb up.
Yeah.
Then we're fine. Yes, let's do that.
All right.
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk along the dock with Suzanne.
All right. So do we need to do our stealth rolls to get up there first?
We will right after this quick break.
Hey.
We'll be right back, guys. And we are back. So, we're about to see what these people are doing. First off, Miyagi, how long do you wait?
Susan said what, 10 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Miyagi would probably check in. Just be like, when should I cause a distraction, and how big of a distraction do you want?
Well, as you're checking in, since they have went to the ship, they are outside of your range.
Oh crap! Didn't think about that.
Oh shit.
You get
said
no
you
reply.
didn't get a response to do it.
That is true. That is true.
Okay. So I'll give it 5 minutes before I cast Create Bonfire on the most ostentatious looking ship that isn't ours on the sails.
Okay. And are you just out there casting on the docks? Are you trying to be subtle?
Subtle spell.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
Yeah, subtle spell.
You find a ship that has... It looks like it even has gem inlay on the wood. I forget what the wheel is called, but it looks like it's made out of ivory.
Helm.
The helm. You see the sails have the symbol of 2 spears crossed over a shield. You cast Create Bonfire as the sails just start to burn up rather rapidly. You hear warning bells being rung. You see people yelling, "Fire! Fire! Fire!"
As soon as I hear that the thorn whip is going up, I'm assuming we're stealthed up.
You see at your vantage point, Cezanne and Helvog. You see the 2 guards. One of them runs off the ship towards that other ship. Elkson, I would like you to roll an athletics check.
That is an 18 plus athletics is... Where'd athletics go? There it is. Plus nothing. 18.
18. All right, you're starting to climb up. Gavri, what are you doing?
I think I was muted when I mentioned this, that he left his awful armor under the docks.
Mm-hmm.
Cause heck that, it's
Yep.
terrible. I would like to join in that stealth because I am also presumably approaching from this side.
Oh, absolutely. How are you getting up?
Is the thorn whip's not a continuous thing, is it? I couldn't use that as well.
Well, that's exactly what Elkson is using.
Yeah, that's
I'm
what I
going to allow. I will allow it. Go ahead and roll an athletics check. And sorry, I have to change this. 1 second.
So I'm sorry, I zoned out just a teensy bit. Did Miyagi already put the distraction into play?
Oh yeah, no,
Yep.
I said
Yeah.
yep.
So, I don't know if it needs to be said, but, you know, if I have to, I'm dashing up there because thorn whip's only a cantrip, so...
Oh, yeah. I know.
So one guard reacted to the flame and the other guard stayed.
The other guard is looking at the flames, but he's staying on the ship.
I'm
See-
gonna misty step onto the ship
You misty
didn't-
step on the ship.
Oh, my camera's lost me.
to hopefully a place where I am concealed.
Okay. Easily enough.
All right.
Alright. Picture in my head. The boat is still docked, but it's at the farthest end of the dock, so it's deep. Got a plank running out to it. I want to take the light that's on the dock that is at the end of the boat.
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just gonna cantrip light it.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna play watch out and I'm gonna want to be able to see if anybody comes running up the dock.
Okay. No, I get that. You have Elkson. Gavri, do you roll athletics for me?
Yeah, it's 17.
17. Easily
I
done.
think that displays right. It looks like it's only adding +1 for my athletics on the dice, but I might.
17 is still good.
Okay.
Um,
My mod is a +7, so I'm
So,
not
yes.
sure. Yeah, if that's displaying correctly.
oh, if you are doing it on Forge, let me see.
Right, yeah, Forge might
Yeah, I
it
don't
looks
know.
like you-
It's only adding 1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why it's adding just my regular. Gavri's weird. His strength score is +1, but he has expertise in athletics. So
Yeah,
that's
it should add.
+7.
It should add it. Who
Yeah.
knows?
I'll take a look at it.
I'll
And the
try
light-
from D&D Beyond next time, see if it's different.
And the light goes off after Suzanne Misty steps away.
All right. All the three of you are on the docks. He has not noticed you yet. What are you doing?
I'm gonna wait until the one guard is off the plank, and I'm going to Shatterstar the other guard.
Roll it.
If we have time to,
No,
No, I was also going to ready an attack, but you, it's okay.
you have advantage because it's surprise.
Yeah. I will give you advantage. Yes.
I was also gonna ready ensnaring strike.
Go for it.
Good, because I only
Alright.
got a 12.
Keep an eye on the other guard.
Okay.
That-
out of
that is
character
running off.
Clarification: was this what? We're not supposed to kill these guards, right?
No.
Correct.
We're doing
Okay.
non-lethal damage, I assume.
Okay.
12
At least I
misses.
Okay.
You see the sword extend and it goes right past his ear. He's like, huh? Elkson,
And
roll
Alright,
your.
distract him. You guys
Strike,
are.
yeah. And I'm using the charge to do the ensnaring strike, so I don't know
Okay.
how. I'm trying to find how that works, but let me roll to hit first.
Alrighty. And I will pull that up.
18.
18 definitely hits.
Alrighty.
Is the other guard out of this? Or is he still close by?
He is out of this right now. He ran
Okay.
off.
Okay, that's just what I'm making sure that he's not close by when this all goes down.
Nope, they all wait. Suzanne specifically said that she waited for the other guard to get off the plank and get a good ways off. All right.
Okay.
The Entangling Shot. Basically, you use 2 charges, and the entanglement spell is centered on the target. They have to roll a saving throw, and they deal additional 2d8 piercing damage. That is definitely not non-lethal.
That's what it is.
Like,
So-
do these guards look beefy, or are they wearing like the flimsy, like nothing that the
They're definitely not that beefy, but you already called it, so roll your 2d8 of damage.
All right.
Plus
so
your normal
just-
damage.
Yeah, the normal damage is 11, and then another 13.
Okay. Oof. And he has failed his roll. You see, as your arrow strikes, it instantly starts to grow vines and it wraps around him. And he starts to, looks like he's trying to yell.
Am I able to get my thing?
Yes, you are.
I will take 2 non-lethal shots because it's Gloomstalker surprise time, baby. With my longbow at his kneecaps.
Forgot about Gloomstalker damage.
I will say.
Are you able to unpause the game so I can roll from Forge, or?
Oh, yes, definitely I can. I will say, strikes from a bow.
Yeah, it can't be non-lethal unless you. I myself would specifically say I'm using
I mean,
rabbit
if you're-
blunts.
If you're going for like the like the foot, the hand, like
You can still hit an artery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
However,
stats.
Gavri, you can still make it up to him and still get your surprise if you want to use your fists.
I'm just checking the wording on something real quick. Yeah, Dread Ambusher counts for my fists. Let's go.
Absolutely, it does.
Okay, excellent. Still to his kneecaps. Just floor this poor man. Okay, hang on here. My poor UI.
like horse kick him in the knees.
Right? Just hooves to the knees.
They said we couldn't kill them. They never said they had to walk ever again.
So these are advantage too, are they?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay.
He's definitely restrained. You guys got all the advantage in the world against him.
Didn't even roll at advantage. Oops.
That's okay.
Did
You were
that
lethal enough.
display?
No, there it is.
I know,
20
if
definitely
I critted
hits.
on that, that'd be
So that's a boop of 5
Mm-hmm.
plus my second Gloomstalker kneecapping. 23, also for 5. Look at these ones! Yum yum yum. And
As
because I did. Oh, he's dead. Is he?
yeah, he is knocked unconscious from the pain. I need you to do a dexterity saving throw, though.
Okay.
As the thorns and the vines start to wrap around you.
You know, that's pretty par for the course for Gabri. I don't. Save? Okay. 19.
You back up out of the way, and before the vines have a chance to actually grab hold of you.
All right, let's get down. Don't forget, pass without a traces. So,
Do
if
we
we
want
need
to
to
move this body?
I mean, let's.
I'll deal with it.
Okay.
Go.
Alright, off we go.
You guys start to go downstairs.
I'm going to approach,
Mhm.
make sure the guard isn't dead,
Not dead.
and that he's out cold.
Out
And
cold.
then
He was.
I will do my best to prop him up so it looks like he's still standing there,
Alrighty.
being observant. And I will duck down near him behind a crate or something and watch the dock.
Nobody's gonna see you over the ship rail, anyways. You're short.
Yeah, well, that's my point.
You guys
Kind of
go.
like a Muppet. He's just like, ah.
Your weekends at burying this.
Yeah. Yes, I am weekend at burning. This.
I think this is like the second time this campaign we've done something like this.
Yep. Before I
So-
get back to the people at the ship, Miyagi, what are you doing now?
I just wanted to ask how many people are coming over. What's the reaction look like?
You're seeing a crowd of at least 30 people running up.
Okay, about how far away are they from me?
You're starting to get run into.
Oh, okay, but
Subtle spell,
Okay.
nobody saw it.
okay. Do they have any open any open things, any open holes?
I mean, they have some portholes. What you doing?
So spell create bonfire in one of the holes.
All right. Go ahead and roll a d20 for me. I can see that look, Damien.
Yeah, you'd see it here if I had a camera too.
That's a natural 20.
Okay.
Nice.
As far as Miyagi's concerned, let me just preface this. As far as Miyagi's concerned, he wants to make a big enough distraction to pull the attention off of them.
Oh, don't
And-
worry. You're about to see the distraction you did. As you
Alright.
guys are starting to go down the ship, you hear a loud, cacophonous as you feel a shockwave. Miyagi, you are knocked on your ass.
That's okay.
As you have created a bonfire inside. Inside. Well, being a powder monkey, you know what's inside.
I know it's
you know
inside.
exactly where.
I was hoping it wasn't that room, though. I just wanted to set the ship on fire.
Well, the ship is definitely on fire.
You see it
As
like,
half of it is exploded.
Cameron and Suzanne can see Elkson just fully tighten up and this look on her face like some shit is gonna happen when we reconvene later. But she keeps on trekking towards those.
A natural 20, man. That's how it's.
Like, I'm glad everyone here is very well
Listen.
settled.
The dice gods wanted this to happen. I talked about it during break. Didn't think it was going to happen, but it happened. The dice gods wanted it to happen.
So, you guys trek down. You find, what you would normally find in a ship. You find like crew quarters. You find a mess hall. You have searched everywhere around, and you definitely hear the sounds of some animals. And it's coming from a door that is locked.
And I check the door for traps.
Roll an investigation check.
1 second.
Oh, by the way, the make sure he isn't dead was a spare the dying.
Very good.
Sorry, my iPad died, so I'm pulling it up on my computer. 1 second. You said what check?
Investigation.
22.
22. It does not appear to be trapped.
Is it like a keyhole kind or
There's definitely a keyhole there.
can Elkson just like druid craft something in there to try to break the lock?
You can certainly try.
I will try to do that then.
Go
What do I
ahead.
roll?
You may roll a d20 adding nothing at disadvantage.
Disadvantage? Okay. Well, that was a nat 20 and a 5.
You snap a twig that you were working with.
Anyone
just
any better at
want
this?
Do you just want this door down?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I want to kick, like, we
Horse kick.
has Suzanne said, like, hey, there's no awful magic that's gonna blow us up again?
So, I didn't verbally say it, but here is how I feel like this course went down. I investigated it. I was like, okay. I was getting ready to kick it, and then Elkson came in and did her druid thing, and I was like, and I go ahead and kick it again, and I try to kick it, like, start to, like, I'm going to kick it. And I feel like from that verbal cue, you understood that it's not trapped, so you kick it before I get a chance to.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
100%. Just walks up, does the thing where, like, just one leg kicks out to the side.
All right, go ahead
Three
and
stooges over here.
roll a damage roll.
Why, Iona?
I know, and I'm just like,
Just damage? Okay.
Yeah, I'm not
Did
gonna.
that roll.
Yes, it did.
Yay.
You break open the door. As you hear a bunch of just a cacophony of sounds, you hear some barks, you hear some hisses, you hear like.
are there any guards in here?
No.
I'm going to go to the first set of cages I see. What are they?
You see, hanging from the ceiling, two small pseudo dragons.
Elkson
I'm
was
not
not
gonna-
informed of the pseudo dragons.
I'm not going to shoot anything, but just to see if my magic works in here, I'm going to cast Prestidigitation. I'm sorry, Minor Illusion, and try to make an illusion in my hand of just, like, a fireball.
You did.
Okay,
Like, are
so
the-
magic still works in here.
Is it low enough that we can reach the cages, or
Oh, absolutely. It's just two like bird cages that are hanging down.
can I do an animal handling to like calm the pseudo dragon before I open the cage?
You can certainly try. And
Howard's also
exactly
just
what
kinda
do you?
quietly... Sorry.
And how exactly are you trying to soothe them?
I have the fish still, so I'll take some of the fish and offer it to it.
Food is always good with animals.
That's a 15.
You feel hunger inside. Like you but it's not your hunger. This is odd. It feels like this creature's communicating with you telepathically, and it is starving.
I give each one of the pseudo dragons a fish.
See them tear into it.
And then I motion like I'm going to open the door without like actually doing so.
They're not even looking at you. They're still
Okay.
chowing down.
Okay.
But it's easy enough to open it's a bird cage. There's no lock on it.
And I'll open it up. I'll offer my hands out to them whenever they're done with their food.
Go and roll another handling check.
See if
That
your food.
is a 23.
They fly out and fly on your shoulders.
And I'll kind of pet them a bit and then give them some more food and move on to the next set of cages.
Suzanne, the first set of cages that you come up to is, it looks like it's recessed into the ground a little bit, and inside you see what looks like a small insect. Well, let me rephrase that. It looks like a rather large insect, a dog-sized insect with many legs and has sharp pincers that come out to the side.
Yeah, no. And I keep walking.
Okay. You come up next to a pair of dogs that have a collar lined up, chained up inside this cage. And they are yipping. Yip, 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 yip.
They're chained inside.
You
this
see,
cage.
as they're pulling, there's actually, like their skin underneath the collar is rubbed raw.
Is the cage? Like, can I open the cage, or is there a lock on it?
Cage can be opened, yes.
I'm gonna open the cage slowly, and can I roll an animal handling?
Absolutely, because you see them circling around. They're getting near in the corner. They are definitely traumatized.
All right, let's see how I do. 13.
You see, they're kind of whimpering in the corner. They're not attacking, but they are definitely.
All right, puppies. I'm your friend. I love animals. I am here to help. Don't bite me. You can have the white dragon if you feel hungry, but don't bite me. And I'm
Hey,
gonna try to
I
pet
heard
it.
that.
Now, the collars you can see are just held by a single pin that's easily removed. Of course, they can't do it. They don't have thumbs.
I'm gonna pet it first.
They shy away. They try to move away from your pet.
I'm a gnome.
Terrifying
I'm gonna
as she seems, and this is in Sylvan, Gavri's gonna speak, like, she really is here to help.
I'm a gnome and I could speak with small animals. Would this count as
Nope.
a small animal?
Would not.
Okay, so do they look like they were convinced with Gavri's words?
You see them calm a little bit, but they're still shaking as in fear.
I'm gonna move gingerly and unpin the first one.
It yips and bolts, and it blinks out of it. Just disappears.
Alright, it didn't bite me. Some progress. I'm gonna go ahead and unleash the second one.
Same thing happens. Gone.
I'm finally a hero.
Gavri, are you doing anything? Or are you standing by the door?
I'm gonna let that bug out when the other two leave the room.
Okay. Elkson,
Not sure what they got against
That
bugs.
leaves the purple worm, right?
you see inside of a jar swimming around is this. It looks like it could wrap around you like a large snake, but it's all purple with tough, what looks like tough scales.
Is it just in like regular water, or like how big is the jar?
The jar is about half of you.
And I'll kind of glance over to Gavri. What do you reckon about this one? We can't just kind of, let it loose. It looks like it needs water.
Oh, it's not. It's like there's no water inside the jar. It's free flowing. You can see it. It tries to.
It's doing a wiggle.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's trying to bash up against the glass over and over again.
I mean, we can't leave it. We don't get to pick and choose which of them get to be kept as slaves, do we?
Well, of
It's
course
all or
not.
none.
I'm just saying, do we free it down here, or do we try and move this huge jar up there to let it out?
Don't suppose you can understand us, do you? And he's gonna try out all the languages he has on just seeing if it responds to any.
You don't get any response. As you guys
Get
think
it up
about
on the
this,
deck, and after that, that's about all I can do for it.
as you guys think about this, Meowgi, you get back up to your feet and you look at the carnage that you have distraught, and you hear in your head, "Oh, pretty lights! Can we do it again?"
No, we should probably get going. And
Aww.
Miyagi is going to start walking away from the fire casually as to not bring too much attention, but also not make himself noticeable. Does that make sense?
It does. I want a deception check first.
All right,
Because you're
cool.
kind of stressed out right now.
Yeah, a little bit. Deception.
So walking away from a massive explosion is gonna look weird because everybody's gonna be running to see what happened, or to help, or to
Yeah,
work with it.
everybody is running, both to and from.
Oh, everyone's running? Then I would probably run.
Yeah.
That's a 16 total.
Okay. And where are you heading to?
Back to that little under area where we initially met.
Okay. Back to the ship. You guys have the insect and you have the purple worm.
I'm gonna tilt the jar on its side. So then I advise you begin making your exits, as we only have this and the bug.
Before
to
she
let
even
go.
finished, I'm already heading.
Okay. And once she's gone, I'm gonna open the jar from off to the side, so I'm not directly in this thing's path.
As it shoots out and just squirms up out of the ship. Suzanne, you see this thing coming towards you.
Is it coming towards me to attack me?
Maybe?
Or do you just dodge out of the to the side to let it pass, or?
So I do what I can only describe as a Jean-Claude Van Damme. I jump, split, and try to hold myself up.
Let me roll d20 to see if he's going to take a bite from underneath you.
Okay.
Nope. It's just going to run away.
I still do that, even though I realize now it's not necessary.
And
I'll continue.
the bug.
I stay up there.
Yeah, let it out.
Okay.
If there's any way I can point it toward the door, just be like, well, good luck out there, little one.
You can move the cage towards the door so it doesn't only has one way to go.
Yeah,
Okay.
just be like, well, get out there. Do your best.
You guys have succeeded. What are you doing?
Leave the ship, go meet up with Helvog.
Is there nothing else, no other floors to investigate, nothing else we needed to get here?
You've already investigated all the ship. You could have found a brass spyglass if you'd like to take it.
Was there any map
Absolutely, there's maps.
maps? Did any of them have any routes on them?
Oh, absolutely.
I'm taking those.
Okay.
They're gold.
No.
When they come up and start poking around up on deck, I go bundle logs.
Are the pseudo dragons still on my shoulders? Because if they are, I'm gonna keep just feeding them until they're satisfied.
One of
So I
them
don't feel
is.
that
One of
pressure.
them flew off.
Okay. What color is it?
This one is a deep crimson.
Ooh.
Gabri will offer one of his good berries to Elkson for it.
Give
You know,
to
it would have been
Barry.
nice. It would have been nice if Miyagi had told us that everything that Ixpit saw.
Yep.
Yeah, he didn't mention these. But let's go find.
No, there's two
Nope.
other things that are missing that you haven't found yet.
Yeah. Nope. I'll be honest. As a player, I left that out for a reason.
I mean, DM said we investigated everything,
Mhm.
so
What about the X though?
Nobody said it. I mean, there's no more animals. I will give you all. I will let you do investigation checks to see if you get the eggs.
Nope.
Nope.
see. 14.
Nope.
All right.
All right, let's go.
Alrighty. You guys all meet up underneath the dock. There is chaos on the docks. Screaming, yelling, a multitude of guards starting to run up at this time.
And you see Elkson tense up again.
Has Miyagi arrived?
Oh, yes. Miyagi was there before they showed up.
Oh, lovely to see you all. Seems like you all had a good time.
As soon as Elkson sees Miyagi, she's gonna walk up and punch him.
Roll an attack.
Just straight up punch him.
And as the punch is being thrown, I go, well, we should get back to...
Whoop.
Right, if it's punching each other's
Oh, no.
daylights out, we can do that later.
What is it? I can't.
Natural
Natural
20.
20.
Okay, it is. What's your strength mod?
0.
So it is 2 points of damage.
Okay.
And she's just gonna storm off towards the tavern. And keep, taking care of the pseudo-dragon. She will deal with the conversation part later. She understands they need to leave, but that at least had to happen.
As she starts storming up with the pseudo dragon on her shoulder, I start, you might want to do something about that.
Cape.
Do they just look like they're floating because she's invisible?
Well, she's not invisible.
Isn't it dark out?
It is dark, but there are lights around. I mean,
Okay.
This is a
And
pure white dragon.
I will tuck it under the Doomstalker thing makes it so we kind of go see-through-y at night. But I do have, I'll wrap my cape around it as I'm going.
Miyagi, how do you respond?
Miyagi's just gonna take the punch, and sort of get down on one knee. I just kind of spit.
As you hear Ixpit, as you know what Ixpit is about to do.
I'm gonna tell him to stop, verbally out loud. Just tell him to stop.
Okay, boss.
And Miyagi's going to pick himself up, dust himself off, and start walking.
I can eat that pseudo dragon on her shoulder if you like.
Ixpit's just gonna hear, oh, it might come to that.
All right, you guys make it back to the Yawning Rabbit Inn. You all
Has
have
Avalon returned to me at all?
yes. Halfway on your way there, she finds you and has a note. Mission stands. Do your best.
Glad we got that.
Well, you did it. You left. You sent her out kind of late. You guys.
Everybody else, we waited until we got this.
You guys make it back to the inn. make it back to your rooms. Is there anything anybody would like to do before you take a long rest?
There's some words that are gonna happen, but you go ahead, Joey.
Well, I was gonna say, before Elkson lays into Miyagi, I am going to have a talk with Miyagi myself.
Okay. I'm assuming this is right as you're approaching the Yawning Rabbit Inn.
Yes.
You approach Miyagi. Go ahead.
So, stuff happened back there.
Yes, a little bigger than I anticipated, but it got the point across.
Oh, wasn't talking about the distraction. I was talking about the tension we can cut with this blade.
Oh. Interesting. Where did you get that from? That place you checked out? And
There's a
they
whole
got
story.
killed?
There's a whole story behind it, but yes, that's where I got it. I tell you what, once everything is settled down and we have our heads about us, let's talk some more. I'll tell you all about this blade, and we'll talk about the book.
Yes, I think we need to have a conversation. The whole lot of us.
Also,
Yeah.
Once that's done, Elkson is going to just over her shoulder. Miyagi, private conversation, please. In like that very much mom tone.
So here's what Miyagi retorts. Oh, so you're gonna hit me again?
No, we can use our words this time.
Seems to be I'm the one using words, you're the one using actions.
Are we
Anyone
going to have a
wants, like-
conversation?
What was that? I missed that entire portion.
Sorry.
If you're, you can chime in, Gavri. I don't mind.
Oh, Gabriel's just gonna, like, quietly in between this just mention, like, if anyone wants a sparring partner, I wouldn't actually mind, but, yeah, go enjoy your talk.
down. I'll
Shall
spar.
we, Miyagi?
I believe we shall.
And Elkson will just lead Miyagi to her room.
As like we're like walking and like I look back to the rest of them and I'm just gonna like and like make like I'm about to get killed.
All right. Go for it.
Are we back in the room?
Yes, you all in the room or in a common room. When you hear this, you see Miyagi and Elkson starting to go to Elkson's room.
Is there a chair in Elkson's room?
Yes.
Miyagi's just gonna sit down, plop down. So you'd like to talk?
Here to explain what just happened on your end?
I made a distraction. I didn't hear a response, and I didn't anticipate it to get as big as it did.
You
But
didn't
accidents happen.
anticipate hurting people like that?
Potentially hurting people. I didn't care to stay along and find out if I did.
What has happened to you? You used to be the one I could go to and trust to do the sensible thing, to want to help people, help creatures, to be about healing and helping. You wanted to be a hero, and now you are out there wanting to kill innocent creatures, hurting random citizens. That is not the actions of a hero. That is the actions of a villain in the making.
What's happened is I almost fucking died.
And
Time
so
and
have
time
I
again.
twice, but you don't see me becoming some little pompous
No.
bitch.
You want to talk about pompous? You want to act like you're high and mighty? You're just as bad as me.
How
You
is
free
that?
fucking demons. And they get
you
lashed
bonded
on.
yourself to one.
It was that, or what? I'd much rather have an eye on him all the time, versus him going out and doing whatever.
Oh, that was your concern?
Yeah,
You were
I
concerned
didn't
about.
free a fucking demon. You act like you're better than me.
I never
You-
said I was, Miyoki.
But you act like it.
I just told you I used to look up to you.
Well, maybe I'm not someone you should look up to.
Clearly not anymore. What happened to the Miyoki that wanted to be a hero?
Well, he almost died time and time again.
Again, as have I. Almost dying is something that can regularly happen to a hero.
Yeah.
Being a hero means doing what's right even if you get hurt. Are you just afraid now? You're being a scaredy cat now just because you got hurt?
As soon as she calls me a scaredy cat, I'm going to like jump up and slam my hands down.
Elson is like in tears, by the way.
I have had it. I've always tried to do what I thought was best, and I've always almost died because of it.
Pause for 1 second. 1 second. Keep in your head, Miyagi. You hear. You hear.
I don't.
They do not understand. There is power in your blood. You will do great things, my son. Bear with them a few moments longer. The fools will see the return of the worm. That's it. Continue.
What? Now that no what? No, give me a
How does
second.
Miyagi outwardly react to that?
Now, let me ask you this: was that like a whisper on the wind in my ear? Or was that in my head?
In your head.
Oh dear, I have to go.
Okay.
And
No, you can still be a hero.
I have to go. And
Why?
Miyagi's going to leave. Flat out just leave.
She'll try and grab his hand and stop him.
What's
Why now? Do you look panicked? Like what is
Yeah,
your...
Miyagi looks panicked. Like he looks like something just happened, but he doesn't have the courage to say what happened. Like he is alarmed. And like before he was like getting a little heated, his whole demeanor changed.
What's wrong, Miyagi? Let me help you get back onto the path of being a hero.
Miyagi, you hear
Yeah?
something else in your head. Another voice, this one definitely more feminine.
What the fuck?
You can be a hero, my son. Do not give in to despair. That's it. Definitely a different voice.
Elson is gonna keep holding his hand as long as you like
As
her.
soon as that second voice happens, you see like a bit of comfort almost. Like he was panicked and then he just seemed comforted.
Elson's just gonna assume that was her, like she has no idea.
And then, as soon as you get that comfort, you hear this female voice again. You can be a hero if you didn't abandon me.
And straight to panic. Straight to panic again. Okay,
Wish I was there.
he's going to just like pull his arm away, just say, "Good night," and he's just going to walk off.
I still believe in you, she'll say as he walks away.
And he's just going to leave and go towards the water, go towards the pier. Or not the pier, but any sort of water, like he can just look out and just think.
Okay. Alrighty. The rest of you, are you doing anything else this evening?
Gabri's gonna mention, like, yes, Zen, I'll take you up on that. I mean, it feels like everyone's got a bit of anger issues they could possibly use some work with.
Yeah, let's. Shall we do it here, or upstairs, or where does one traditionally spa?
You all are extremely tired. I'm going to say this right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Normally I'd take you up. This is generally a very good time of day to do it. But it does feel like I'm being ripped in half, and I don't generally like to feel that as often as I do. But here we are. I don't know if anyone else would be interested, but when we get a chance before we all die, that would be enjoyable.
Okay, now,
Let's easily go for an ale.
Miyagi, you go walking off out into the streets. I need you to roll a perception check for me.
Perception check with my dice.
Did any of us notice Miyagi leave, or?
That's a 22.
Well, you were all in like in the common room. I would say that you would notice Miyagi leave.
Okay.
Miyagi, you see an odd for this place, creature in an alleyway. It's another Dragonborn. This one, glistening silver scales, extremely elegant feminine form, wearing light blue and silver robes, immensely beautiful. As she's looking at you and waves her hand, beckoning you over.
Miyagi's going to approach cautiously. This is how he gets stabbed in an alley and killed, but
This is how you get kidnapped.
But can I can see the silver dragonborn, right?
Yes.
Can I? Because I know dragonborn are rare. Is this an illusion? Can I?
As far as you can tell, it's real, especially with your 22 perception. As you approach, you see another Dragonborn on the roof eyeing you. And just before you come to a corner within the alley, you see a third Dragonborn, this one in heavy armor, gripping a two-handed maul very tightly, staring at you.
And what do I owe the pleasure?
And you hear in your head, in that same slippery voice, "This is folly, my son. You must flee." This feminine, female silver dragonborn speaks to you in a very elegant manner. "Ah, we have been searching for you, Miyagi."
Great, they know you by name.
It's
I
time.
think I'm gonna.
It's time that. Hold on for one moment. I gotta pull up a name. Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? There it is. Books. It is time for your bloodline to pay for what it has done to Cass Trendelathan. As you see almost fire burning in her eyes. What are you doing?
Misty Step, teleport away. And I am going to use double movement, feline agility, and try to get the fuck out. Like, go back into get as close to the end as I can.
Alright, I want you to roll a stealth check for me.
No one warned Miyagi about those Dragonborn thoughts on the street at night.
That's a 22.
22. You run, and as this night has been a little stressful for Miyagi, hearing two different voices, hearing that your bloodline destroyed someone, you're able to dodge your pursuers and make it back to the inn.
I am going to run like into the common room, close the door, lock it, and just start like breathing heavily all the meanwhile. Okay, we have to talk. I don't care if anyone is like in there or if they're gone to their rooms or whatnot.
What's wrong with you? You look like you just came across a room full of rocking chairs.
I don't understand that.
And you can see, typically he's like calm and cool.
And I would like you to roll an intelligence or a wisdom check for me. Your choice.
Let's do
A check or a saving throw?
Check.
Yeah. I'm gonna do intelligence.
Okay.
That's a 16.
You have heard that name before. More of you have read that name before.
And so typically, like, he's kind of calm, he's kind of cool. His hands is shaking. He is visibly. Okay. So, is everyone in the common room, or is it just
Gabby's like just staring, dead-eyed.
I have an ale in my hand, so I'm there.
Elxa never left her room.
I'm sure the entire inn is staring at him.
Well, no, you guys have a common room connected to all of your separate rooms in here.
Oh, got you.
Yeah.
Got you.
I still have an ale.
Yeah. Oh, there's a picture of ale there for you. And a kitty cup for you.
Oh,
Elkson, you can definitely hear this going on outside your room.
Is this a situation where a blanket would help? I have one of those. Would you like it?
no.
Like, he says this sincerely despite how deadpan he is.
So Miyagi's gonna start pacing the room, like frantically, like like full on like conspiracy theory, like walk, pacing the room, just rubbing his head. He's like, okay.
Miyagi, we need you to use your words.
I just almost died again.
Elxon will come out of her room.
Oh, hi, Oxen. Good talk. So let's just have a chat, shall we? And he's talking very fast paced. So I almost got ganked in an alley, by 3 Dragonborn that seemed to hate me. And they said something, I forget the name. Like Josh forgets the name.
Cass? Hold on, I'm gonna type it all out in Forge.
Okay, that would be helpful.
Hearing this, Gabby's gonna just immediately leave to check the front of the tavern to make sure he wasn't followed.
Miyagi's gonna stop him before he goes. Like, he's just gonna be like, no, sit down, I wasn't followed, it's fine.
I don't really do the whole sitting thing, but he turns around and crosses his arms, stands there.
Castrandelian? I don't know why I'm trying to...
Castrandacillion?
There you go.
That one. I'll get it eventually. So,
Would Elkson know that name at all, being a dragon?
Not at all.
Okay.
So, some Dragonborn are kind of mad. I don't know what I did. Apparently something with my blood. I had 2 different voices earlier. That's why I left Oakson. That wasn't Ixbit, and I'm gonna have Ixbit pop out.
Yeah, I heard them too. They're kind of freaking me out, boss.
Yeah, you're telling me.
By the way, did you see all of those Dragonborn were silver?
Yeah, that's the thing. Oh dear. They were so pretty too, but God, they hated me.
What voices did you hear? In your
Oh, it was
head?
really creepy. I heard them too, Elkson. It was a kind of a slimy male type voice. Called him his son, and then there was another one that was very flowery and kind of nice. It was she called him his son, but then it turned like he abandoned her or something. I don't know. What are you doing, boss?
I'm
I want to glance to Suzanne and then back to Miyagi.
oh dear.
I'm like, don't look at me. He's crazy.
Oh
Just
dear.
stares
Oh.
at Suzanne like, right.
Elkson's gonna like just walk right up, personal space to Miyagi, and just try to like look him dead in the eye.
He does not. Like, he looks at the ground. He doesn't make eye contact.
She'll give him a hug, like a tight hug. Whatever's going on, we can protect you and help you. You just have to be honest with us. What did the voices say? What did they want? Did the Dragonborns have any symbols? Please just tell us.
Did they have any symbols?
None that you noticed.
I don't seem to recall. They were very pretty, and they... Something about my bloodline, something about... It's apparently all related to my bloodline. Apparently I'm famous. I'm maybe a celebrity or something. I mean, I have adoring fans that want to kill me, so, I mean, that's lovely.
I've never heard of him.
The only thing that you do know is that you know that you have read that name before.
And what of the voices?
I think I know one of them. And I think I know who it is.
Ooh.
This is going to sound crazy, but I think it could be a Rathus.
A what?
The goddess of... Well, I don't know if Elkson would know that.
I would say you would know that.
Okay. The goddess of civilization?
Yes, I grew up in growing up in a church, like, being in that circle, it's a whole ordeal. That's why I carry the symbol. But hearing her voice, she brought me comfort, so I think that's her. But for that other voice, I don't know.
Perhaps she is trying to help save you from whatever you've been doing, and this other voice has been reaching out to you because of the things you've been doing. And she's still gonna be holding him. Like, as long as he lets her, she will hold him to try and comfort him.
Bit. You said that the voice that Miyagi's hearing, the female voice, was at first encouraging and then accused Miyagi of abandoning her.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what it did.
Miyagi, have you betrayed Arathis?
I just blew up a fucking ship. I mean...
Is there anything in incredibly recent memory you've done that would have upset a Dragonborn or whoever this Arathis is? I'm really not.
She's the goddess of civilization, Gab.
I mean, is she really that sensitive?
I mean, if he killed a lot of people with his blowing up the ship, I can understand why that may upset.
I
Also
didn't...
full of mischief. She's not too picky.
And Miyagi's gonna start, like, breaking down. He's gonna, like, tears are gonna start welling up. Like, I didn't mean to.
Elkson will hold him even tighter, like gentle hand on the head.
I
believe you.
I don't mean to.
Mistakes have been made by all of us, Miyagi. Like I said, you can still go down a better path. This creepy voice, the slimy voice might be talking to you, but you don't have to listen to it. Perhaps if you try praying to Arathis again, or trying to earn forgiveness, or doing the heroic deeds you used to, we can banish that other voice. You're not alone.
But a part of me doesn't too. That's the thing. A part of me wants to give in and have that power and to protect those I care about, because then I'll be strong. I won't be weak.
But you don't need that kind of power, Miyagi. You are not weak. And you could not the time, Suzanne. If you stick to your goddess, I firmly believe you will continue to grow your own power. I have stuck by mine and was gifted this bow. Suzanne has stuck by her morals and has found that sword. Stay true to who you are. Anyone can be tempted by power.
Arathis, forgive me, Arathis may save my soul, but I need information.
Then we will look for it.
Was that a gnome or a halfling that won their scales? I can't remember.
No.
No. I need to go see that. Even if he does some terrible experiments or something.
I will go with you.
He knows something, and I
will go with you.
Oh, lad, if it's getting information you want, I'm good at that.
I've read that name in a book somewhere. Helvarg, have you heard of it before?
I don't know, have I?
You have not.
No.
Can I recall where I've read that name?
You have a lot of books on you.
Have you updated the books then?
No, I didn't have to update it because I already put it in there.
Wait a minute. Now I'm gonna start pulling out. I'm gonna start like, oh! I found it. I found it.
It's been there the whole time.
I knew I recognized something. I was like, what?
Imagine while this is going on, like, at the mention of the gnome again and trying to go to see him, Gavri does look disgusted, and he's gonna start, like, just tending to his bow, making sure his quiver's in good condition.
You see Miyagi going through books, and he pulls out one, flips over, and you see the entry.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe I've had this and it's finally... Oh man, this is why I like being a lore keeper. Oh. Now, is this picture in there as well, or is it just like the name? Okay.
Those same eyes are the same eyes of the female Dragonborn. She has the same blue, crystal blue eyes.
Did I get a vibe that they were going to kill me?
Well, the one that was gripping his maul pretty hard, and the fact that they said it is time for your bloodline to pay for the crimes against
Okay, yeah, so
That's up to your interpretation. So, are you guys going for your long rest now?
I mean, nobody's after
Oh.
me at the moment.
Hey, Nightfall, have you seen chat?
Yes,
Oh.
I've seen chat. Thank you very much, Damien.
All the squats.
Yes, all the squats. Don't worry,
Uh.
I deserve them from what I'm about to unleash on you all.
Oh,
I think Miyagi would take that book and go to his room.
Okay.
Probably meditate, maybe try and communicate with
Okay.
both voices.
You don't hear anything else until sleep takes you.
Then just sighs in frustration when he walks away from them again and goes back to her
It is
room.
quite late. You know, you all are tired. It is well past midnight by now.
Alex is gonna exhaustedly go to sleep.
Does anybody want to do anything else before your long rest?
before I go to sleep, I want to cast my magic
yeah.
aura,
Mhm.
Arcanist magic aura on the book to make it look non-magical.
All right.
I'm gonna meditate with the blade for like maybe 15 minutes, see if like Raylan has anything to say.
You meditate. Go ahead and give me a flat D20 roll.
Okay.
Before going to sleep, Elkson's gonna use the charges for the good berries. Use
Okay.
The remaining charges. And just plop them in a little pouch.
Okay.
Gabri will
11.
use his last spell to also make 10 more good berries.
Alrighty. No response from Raylan.
All right, so I'm just gonna kind of set the sword on the bed beside me, and I'm gonna go to sleep.
Okay.
And also taking care of the pseudo dragon, setting it up so it's nice and comfy.
You feel a warmth coming from the pseudo dragon, just warm in the chest. As you guys go to sleep, some of you have dreams. Suzanne, you dream of a open field, and there's a table with 2 goblets of wine, as Raylan is there. So, I have seen some of your training. You're lacking in some of the areas. Let's see if we can fix that. I can't have my protege be lacking in any way. As he takes you through another lesson. He is extremely respectful. He compliments you, and when you do make a mistake, he does correct you, but in a definitely not in the way that you're used to. There's no slapping on, the back. It's more of a self-correction. And he doesn't even touch you when he's doing it. It's like he uses his mage hand to move you up a little bit, to again show respect and consent and all that. But it's definitely kind of a communion type thing.
Gotcha.
Elkson, you get a dream as if you were the pseudo dragon, hunting little rats. But besides that, it's a happy dream.
Yeah, she revels in the ability of flight.
And I think that's about it. Oh, Miyagi.
Oh dear, here we go, here we go, here we go!
Get your popcorn.
You see 2 red eyes.
That's it. Just 2 red eyes are gonna stare at you all night long.
And you hear, "Worry not. I have shielded you from your hunters. You show great promise. You will have the power to protect you and those you care about. ask, and you can have more. I only wish you to be stronger. How do you feel about that?
I'm running it in my head and I don't know what to do. I literally have chills. Oh my gosh.
One, I would say turn your AC up.
Who are you? What are you?
I am family. I only want your safety, so you will not be hunted as I was. You will not be feared for simply trying to protect yourself as I was. Let me help you.
He just admitted he was feared. Probably for good reason.
God, I don't know! Oh my gosh! Alright.
Family must take care of us.
Props to the DM for the music, by the way.
Thank you.
Family is important.
I will be here when you need. And the dream ends. And that is where we're going to end for tonight. So, we will end our session how we end all of our sessions, with bitches, gripes, complaints, comments, questions answered. Starting with Helvog.
I got nothing.
Alrighty.
Tonight's been quiet.
Yep. It's been there is nothing wrong, nothing going on. Very normal night. Nothing bad will ever happen.
Nope.
Gavri.
You know, just another wonderful day for that good Fawn, living his best, truest life with his greatest, dearest friends.
Oh, yeah.
Really feels at home and safe, and just the love is bountiful.
Oh yeah, don't worry, your arc is coming up.
Oh, good.
Suzen.
The revelations, all of the revelations are amazing. I am so excited to hear about Miyagi's fucked up family.
Yes, make yourself an orphan and give the DM complete control, please. I guarantee you, Josh will never do that again in one of my campaigns.
No, but I'm truly excited. I'm really thrilled with the RP between Damien and Josh. I just felt like you guys really knocked it out of the park tonight, and it was very inspiring.
Speaking of which, Damien.
It's been a lot of fun. Like, you guys are really good at RPers. Like, I always feel so bad for Gavri, and like I feel the bond growing with Suzen constantly, and you know, like, sure, Elkson's been getting on Miyagi's case a lot, but it's because she cares about him and because she believed him when he said he wanted to be a hero, and you know, she doesn't want him to turn down that path.
and it's been a lot of fun having someone to bounce that RP off of, and it's nice that we have a DM that lets us do so much RP. I have no complaints whatsoever. This was a fun session.
And last but not least, Meowgy.
What the fuck, Brian? What the fuck? Oh my god. Oh. I am so red in the face. I have no words. Literally no words. Like, I am... Oh my gosh. I see the options ahead of me, or possible options, and I don't know what to do. I literally have, like, on one hand, Meowgy just admitted to, like, kind of having bad thoughts and doing bad things and wanting to be better, but needs more power to be better. And
Slippery slope, my friend. Slippery slope.
Yeah, my alignment's fucking gone. I'm not good anymore. How many people did I kill?
You don't know.
Fuck.
And I'm not gonna tell you.
Fuck.
Welcome to the world of True Neutral, baby. It's good here.
I will not tell you how many kids were on the ship.
Oh no.
I will not tell you anything.
I think
Bill.
It was
more
a ship
chaotic
commandeered by puppies.
At least tell me this. How many people are vying for my soul? Because
I am not telling you anything.
oh my gosh.
Dude,
more
he
than
voted
one
for you.
What was that, Arathis? Was I right about that? Was that Arathis?
Possibly.
Oh my god, oh my god.
Yeah, you're getting played by like 20 different sides.
I will say,
Which manifestation of your mind you get cucked by.
I'm fucking Legion, dude. I'm fucking Legion.
I will say that you guys have gotten a lot of clues in your books that have been pre-written already.
I can't access them. I can't get into forum.
Neither can I.
Gabby wasn't here for any of this, and books are boring unless they have pretty pictures, so...
Are you
Fucking
looking?
work! Fucking work! Read!
Cavalry's fantastic. I have a blanket. Will that make the horrid visions that you're seeing go away?
Literally, like, here's blanket. Are you coping yet? Is-
I will tell you flat out, if I did not see those Dragonborn, my initial plan was to go to like the pier or like some water, transform into Pierce, and just sort of pray, sort of ask for forgiveness. But you throw a wrench in that, and it's like, oh my god, what do I do?
Well, I did tell you that two members of your party, two members of your party were hunted. It's just you were the other one.
Yeah.
Welcome to the club.
They have been hunting you from session 1.
Oh. Now, when you say they specific, like, are you talking about that group of Dragonborn have been in the background following us around, or that group?
You have been hunted from session 1. I have been
Fucking
marking how outward you are and how many clues and how long it would take them to catch up and find you. For Cezanne, it was a lot easier because they could scry and locate object on a specific object. They didn't have that with you.
But why now? Why now? That's like, was it because I've been being like I've been breaking bad? Like I've been.
What, the voices or the Dragonborn? Are they the same?
Dragonborn.
Or are
They're
they
not the
different?
same.
Or are they
They're
different?
not the same. I swear it's like it's fucking 4 different entities like out here to get me on top of like a group and a half. It's like I'm about to get fucking.
I guess you're just gonna have to keep on playing to find out.
Yes, I am. Jesus Christ.
Give them cute little mental name tags, so every time they're invading your brain space, they have to, like, state their name at the door. This is me, and I'm gonna be tormenting you. No, it's me, I'm gonna torment you.
But was that the voice that talks about family, talks about like being feared and having power? Is that more draconic, or is it, because you said it's kind of slimy? Is it slimy, or is it more like draconic in nature?
Have you ever heard a dragon talk?
I've heard Smaug talk in Lord of the Rings.
No, has Meowgi.
No, I haven't. No.
Don't know.
Well, it mentioned the worm, so it might be the worm that walks.
And dragons can also be called worms. They're listed as worms. Oh dear. Oh my god! From session 1, the worm. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Why don't you share what you have?
Oh my god.
Share it, because the rest of the party doesn't understand.
The worm, session 1, when I found the spell book, referring to a worm that was down there. We told the guards, we're like, we don't know if it's like a worm or like a worm. It's the worm.
Or do you remember what that one individual told you all before you killed him?
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Which individual?
The very first cultist battle, when
I don't.
he said the worm will devour you all.
So we just released this devouring worm.
What are you thinking there, Meowgi?
I fucked up. I fucked up. I fucked up.
Well,
I love you, Brian. I love you, Brian, buddy. Oh my god.
what we're going to do, I will save the squats, and I will do them before we do our next session. So you will get your squats in, Damien. But we are going to raid real quick. Thank you all for coming by, and I hope you enjoy the story. I might have a bonus stream where I talk about some of my story. We'll see. Let's see. We are going to raid another D&D stream.
If you do that, I want to be a part of that conversation. I have so many questions.
Oh, I can't do that.
Oh, man.
Don't even do that. Don't even give him the option to be able to find that stream and find your secrets. Give them to yourself. It's more fun that way.
It hurts my soul.
I found Castran Drathalian.
Condition that has returned itself upon Venfira. This is not Gangriella's soul returning to
I feel
her.
like, compared
Correct.
to some of y'all, Gavri's emotional baggage isn't quite as extra as I thought.
No.
Can this condition be reversed?
I mean,
Don't worry, he packed his own, but he's looking at this shit show and he's just like, my people.
I mean, Elxon was pretty happy-go-lucky before all of this. Look,